Welcome to my little urban homestead. I haven't fully got over not the trip to the butcher's, but sorting the meals out. As you saw in the last video, I did quite a lot of meals there. The main components of the meal anyway. So I do know for quite some time now that I'll have meals ready when my knees are too bad. They're bad now because they haven't yet recovered, plus coming towards the end of dealing with the chickens and that, I accidentally bashed my worst knee, which is my left knee, into a door frame as I walked past, and it hurt. Mason's trying to get through the cat flap. He just likes standing there and poking his head through. Yeah, I bashed my left knee into a door frame as I was walking past, and it hurt. Luckily, I carried on and finished off what I was doing, and because the next day it was just unbearable. I could not walk on it at all. Swelled up and everything. So luckily I'd done everything by then, so I just took a day completely out. It's gone through the cat flap. So I just took a day completely out and did nothing. So I'm kicking back in today, and but it's aching again, it's hurting. The swelling's now gone down an awful lot, but it's still hurting. So I would not have normally done this, but me and my infinite wisdom last night decided that, it's got better throughout the day, it'll be a lot better tomorrow. I'll take things out the freezer to sort them out. And it hasn't got a lot better, but they've defrosted, they need sorting out. Over late summer, I showed you the tomatoes that I pulled off my tomato plants. I used up fresh as I was going, and as they turned from green to red, I used them fresh, and whatever I didn't use, I put in the freezer. So I didn't realise how much tomatoes I've got. Got about 5 bags of tomatoes in there. I've got them all out yesterday, separated them into 2 lots, the beefsteaks and everything else. And I'm going to do some pasta sauce with it now. And I know you can't, with them being tomatoes, you can boil bath canning, but as I've said before, I prefer to pressure can rather than boil bath can. And I'm also going to use some carrots up. You to pressure can them, it's 20 minutes for tomatoes. Carrots is 25 minutes. And I'm going to use carrots and celery and that in it. So I'm going to take it up to the 25 minutes. So I know that the carrot pieces in there are going to be all right. And so that's what I'm going to try. It's sort of loosely based on my pressure canner. It's a pressure canner. It's a Presto pressure canner. And the little information book that came with it, it's very handy actually. I'm basically basing mine on that, and we'll see how it goes from there. But I'll show you the amount of tomatoes I've got at the moment. This is my large stock pot, and it's half full of my tomatoes. Because they've been frozen, they're squidgy and they've started to split, so I can take a load of the peels off easily without having to blanch them or anything. So I'll take some peels off. I'll leave some peels on, doesn't matter. And then I'll get started on this. Just letting them boil down. Excuse me, the beefsteak tomatoes I left all in this bag, and it's dripping now. And I left all in this bag, and they need fetching, the stems and that fetching off. That's the main reason I left them separate, because they're very awkward to pull the stems out. So I'll get on with these and then bring you back. I didn't video me doing it because, as I told you, my knee was really bad. I was hobbling around with a walking stick in the kitchen. So I just sorted this out. I added to the tomatoes, which I stewed down in a double boiler. I used one of my pressure counters to make a double boiler so the tomatoes wouldn't scorch in me big stock pot. I added to the tomatoes onions, also out of the garden, celery, carrots, peppers. Those were bought ones. Cooked it for a few hours, reduced it, and then canned it up. And as you can see, lovely thick tomato sauce. I added different herbs to it as well, and so that's 9 jars, basically more or less out of the garden, apart from a couple of peppers in there. And I was watching today Lisa from Sutton's Days on about the different things that you can use your canned goods for, especially your canned meats. And this is what I'm doing. This is a jar of rabbit that was canned last year. So I'm going to cook some pasta and do a rabbit and pasta bake. So it's going to be a quick, easy meal because my knee still hasn't healed right. And it's still paining me. At least I can walk around the kitchen now without a stick. I just lean on all the cabinets. But that's another thing that you can use your canned meats and that for, is do pasta bakes. Just shove them in with some pasta, bit of cheese on top, sorted, quick, easy meal. There you are. Thank you. Bye.
It's a perfect